What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today we're having a look at Black Maria and Ulti dual unit. Now, I never would have thought that this would have been a legend to begin with, because we never really see these two characters interact all that much. From my recollection, I don't remember these characters really having that much time together in the anime in the first place. So I think this is a very strange dual unit to apply here. But nonetheless, we have Black Maria appearing here as a new Sugo Fest exclusive with Ulti, and I have not read anything about this unit, so this is going to be my initial live reaction to the character. First of which, we have the ink effect, which actually looks pretty good. I mean, I will say the artwork, artwork looking pretty spicy, and the ink effect, I mean, looks pretty decent too. I don't really have too many issues in regards to that. But let's actually get into breaking down what this unit can do. So, we have Black Maria and we have Ulti. Cerebral and Driven. So we have Black Maria is Dex, Ulti looks to be Int. As for the potential abilities, Recovery Bind, Fear Resistance, and Resisting Special Limit. So very similar potential abilities to Koala and Robin. Okay, fair enough. Nothing really else too noteworthy here. So let's move over to their Captain ability. So it boosts Cerebral, and so this is the dual captain, by the way. Cerebral and Driven receive 5.25 times attack, HP by 1.3, and then boosts the crew's chances of landing Dex and Int slots and makes Dex and Int matching. Heal 4,000 HP at the end of the turn, as well as 20% damage reduction. Reduces damage taken by 20%, yeah. And then boost damage dealt to enemies with damage taken increased, delay, poison, venom, progressive poison, defense down, paralysis by 1.1, and then deals non-type damage to one enemy at the end of the turn based on the amount of perfects. Okay, so that's the Shanks crew kind of effect. In their dual form, they've got the ability to get around resilience, which is very good. The 5.25 multiplier is very low, but if you can inflict something to the opponent, you get an additional or a multiplicative 1.1. So 5.25 multiplied by 1.1 gets you to 5.775. So if you are able to do it, captain ability is very good. I don't see people using this captain all that much. It doesn't seem that exciting. Like, I don't see people going out of their way to always use this as a captain for some weird reason. It's just, I wish it had a bit of utility in there, would have been nice. I mean, I guess you could classify the end of turn damage almost as utility to kind of pseudo get around resilience. But the thing is in their single form, they likely will not have this. I would say that in their single form, one of them has the healing capabilities, one has the damage reduction, and then, you know, this effect to get additional damage might also be in their single captains too. But this end of turn damage, I would be surprised if this is in their single captain. If it is in their single captain, it definitely makes them a lot better. Let's have a look at their special though. So the special will go ahead and deal 100 times their attack and types damage to a single target. So damage dealing special is always good. Cerebral and Driven get a 2.5 attack boost, pretty good. And then boosts damage dealt to delated enemies. Okay, delated enemies for one turn. If there are delayed enemies when the special is launched, extends the duration of the delay by 1. If the captain is Cerebral or Driven, delays all enemies for 1 turn, ignoring immunity to delay or status effects. That is big. Then it says, delays all enemies by 2 turns if the enemies are not immune to delay or status effects. And then they fuse for the dual unit for 3 turns. Okay, so, to be honest, their special doesn't do a lot. But what it does do, damage dealing special, 2.5 attack boost, and then you get a 2.25 conditional boost against delated enemies. But then if you've got the Cerebral or Driven captain, you get the delay through immunity. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that they're able to apply the conditional boost through immunity, because we've seen a few units come out recently, namely Luffy and Ace, that don't have the ability to do that. But now we have a unit that can do that, which is pretty good. And of course, with their special, it allows you to get the buffed version of their captain to get the additional 1.1 because you're delaying through all status effects. So you get the 5.775 during that big burst turn. But I feel like because of the way that this unit is kind of designed, it is kind of weird that this unit does combine to the dual unit for 3 turns. So it is what it is. I mean, they seem fine. They're just very focused around offense. But the thing is, there's so many other characters in the game that can give you better offensive capabilities that I don't know if this is going to be good. But we haven't looked at the rest of the kit yet, so let's have a look. They reduced the crew's paralysis duration by 1. That is insane. 800 HP heal per turn is also very good. And their switch ability. So you need how many switches for their switch, for their super switch? Only 4, that's good. So it reduces damage reduction by 1 turn, very good. Boost the chain multiplier by plus 0.5, so 0.5 chain addition. And it can be stacked. Oh, you can override it. That's really cool. So an overrideable chain boost. We haven't seen that before. That's big. and then it changes this character's slot to matching and heals 5% of the max HP, completely remove their own paralysis. Completely removing their own paralysis is kind of whatever, because that doesn't help you all that much, really. But the big thing is hypothetically you could go ahead and use Versus Kaido special. Versus Kaido gives you the attack and all boost. You can use this character switch ability to get a chain edition on your crew. Then you use like Alba special, and because you've already got a chain edition attack and all boost, then you can go ahead and use Alba special to get the additional buffs that he provides with base attack boost and all of that kind of thing. So this has actually really good synergy with the Versus Kaido batch, innately, which is kind of cool. I like that they're doing that once again. And it does provide another conditional boost that you can use. Another thing that this like int-driven Beast Pirates team doesn't have is a character like Legend Robin, the Super Sugo Robin, that allows you to stack conditional boosts. If they had access to that, boy oh boy, this team would be absolutely wild. But this is pretty good. I don't mind it. It's okay, but it's just not really good utility-wise. The super switch, only after 4 switches, as we said, 3-turn removal of Rainbow Shield, a 1.2 chain addition, so the super switch isn't as useful, unfortunately. Heals 7% of their max HP, changes their own slot and adjacent slots into matching, and then removes their own paralysis completely. I mean, it's whatever. The switch is, the best thing about the switch is their normal switch, honestly. Their normal switch is probably better, but the Rainbow Shield removal here from their super switch is kind of nice, I will say. But I guess it's like supposed to synergize with this current batch with Robin and Koala, but also work with, obviously the Versus Kaido stuff as well. It still does kind of work with that, which is cool. Let's have a look at their Rumble stuff. So in Rumble, they're Cerebral and Driven. They are classified as debuffers. Their special, 27 CT, targets enemies in a large horizontal range for defense down 6, speed down 6, and then targets attack-style enemies for 100% chance of half attack and speed. Half attack and speed, and then also do 2.8 times damage. That is fascinating. Okay. I don't remember if they've actually done this before. Because I always pointed out, this character is classified as a debuffer style unit. And then, this is interesting because this is the first thing that I can remember that has specifically targeted certain style characters. So attack style characters get half attack and speed for 25 seconds, as well as damage inflicted against them. Seems pretty good. Their Rumble ability gives Cerebral attack 5, HP 5, speed 5, perfectly acceptable Rumble abilities. Now their GP stuff, this is also going to be interesting. You have to defeat 5 enemies, and then they target all enemies for 100% chance of half defense and speed for 20 seconds, and then targets 2 enemies for 4,000 damage 2 times. I'd say this is definitely better than the Robin and Koala GP stuff. This seems way better. And then you've got their leader skill, which gives Driven attack HP 4, CT speed up level 2. That's very good. And then Dex and Int get attack speed and crit up level 4. Yeah, I think this character could potentially see play in GP and could potentially see play in Rumble. It is unfortunate that they are focused around Cerebral. That is actually weird though, now that I'm thinking about it. They don't even boost Cerebral in their GP kit, but their Rumble ability boosts Cerebral. That is weird. That is very strange. Unless if this is a typo and this is supposed to be Cerebral. I feel like it's supposed to be Cerebral. The fact that it boosts Driven is very strange. But the GP burst of this unit is perfectly good. Like, if you have a really solid team, you can perfectly abuse this to destroy enemies. I don't see an issue with that at all. The only real problem, I guess, that could arise is the fact that it's not pure half stats. So it means that the enemies will still have their normal offensive capabilities, which means that when they do damage to you, they are still going to be hitting hard. But at least they do have speed reduction, which is kind of nice too, kind of a good offensive nerf, but still... It's acceptable. It's acceptable to me. Obviously, this unit has good synergy with Robin and the Koala unit. You've got this character synergizing really well with the Versus Kaido batch. But at the end of the day, like, it's not that exciting. It really isn't. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm really just looking forward to what's supposed to be coming later on down the line, of course, so everyone knows at this point what it's going to be. Look, yeah, you can pull for this unit if you want, but... Personally, I'll do like a handful of multis, but I'm not going to be doing anything too crazy to get these units, right? Anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions about these 2 units down below in the comment section. Very strange batch arriving here on Treasure Cruise. Hopefully you enjoyed the video though, and if you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.